The sun hammered down on Alexandria like a golden fist, bleaching the limestone palaces and setting the Mediterranean ablaze. Inside the royal quarter, the air hung thick and heavy, saturated with the cloying sweetness of jasmine and lotus blossoms. The sharp tang of myrrh, burning in braziers, and the ever-present, briny kiss of the sea. Cleopatra VII, Philippater, moved through her world like a living deity. She was Isis incarnate, draped in diaphanous linen the color of dawn, shot through with threads of real gold that shimmered like captured sunlight with each step. Her kohl-rimmed eyes, the color of obsidian polished by the Nile, missed nothing. Beneath the elaborate wig of braided black hair, adorned with a golden uraeus that seemed to hiss with latent power, her mind calculated, plotted, and ruled. Egypt was her gilded cage, her kingdom. Her very breath, the scent of power, was almost as intoxicating as the spiced wine she sipped from a crystal goblet. News arrived like a desert sandstorm, swift and choking. Mark Antony, member of Rome's second triumvirate, victor of Philippi, had summoned her. Not to Rome, but to Tarsus in Cilicia. The summons was a veiled command, a test. Rome viewed her as Caesar's plaything, the exotic temptress who had bewitched the great Julius. Antony was different, rougher, a soldier first, a man whose appetites were legend, whose charisma was as potent as his legions. Fear pricked at her, cold and sharp beneath the layers of perfume and gold, but it was quickly drowned by a fierce, calculating ambition. To refuse was to invite invasion. To go was to walk into the lion's den, armed only with her wits, her beauty, and the immense, ancient weight of Egypt. She prepared her entrance with the precision of a pharaoh building a tomb. Her barge, a floating vision of opulence, became a stage. Its sails were purple silk, billowing like storm clouds at dusk, the oars tipped with silver. Dipped into the river with a rhythmic splash that echoed like a heartbeat, Cleopatra reclined. Beneath a canopy of woven gold, dressed as Aphrodite, the goddess of love, emerging from the sea. Nubian slaves fanned her with ostrich feathers, sending currents of air thick with the scent of cinnamon and frankincense swirling around her. Musicians played haunting melodies on lyres and flutes. The sound drifting across the water, a siren's call. Antony, waiting on the quay at Tarsus, was a study in Roman contrasts. He stood amidst the functional, almost brutal architecture of a Roman camp, all straight lines and practical stone. His toga, the purple stripe marking his rank, seemed coarse compared to the silken haze surrounding the Egyptian vessel. He was powerfully built, his face weathered by sun and battle, his eyes a sharp, intelligent blue that missed little. He expected supplication, perhaps nervousness. What he saw stole the breath from his lungs. The barge glided towards the shore, not a ship, but a myth made manifest. The scent hit him first. An overwhelming wave of exotic perfumes, alien and captivating. Then the sight, Cleopatra, radiant, serene, utterly in command, surrounded by an aura of divine splendor that made the Roman finery around him seem drab and earthbound. He saw not a queen, but a goddess stepping from legend onto the mortal plane. The dense imagery of her rival, the shimmering gold, the billowing silk, the hypnotic music, the intoxicating scents, was a weapon, disarming him completely before a single word was spoken. The Roman conqueror found himself conquered, not by legions, but by a vision of breathtaking, terrifying beauty. The Nile had met the Tiber, and the waters roiled with promise and peril.